Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has revealed that he is concerned and afraid of political changes in the UK as outgoing Prime Minister Keir Starmer prepares to leave office. Speaking in Kyiv on Thursday, July 16, Zelensky said he hopes Ukraine will never lose strong relations with Britain during or after the war. Starmer, who confirmed fresh support for Ukraine, said UK backing for Kyiv would remain unwavering while announcing another €300 million for Swedish-made fighter jets. The UK leader in June announced his resignation following a long cohort of scandals and rows, including domestic U-turns, his former US envoy's links to the late pedophile billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, claims of two-tier policing, and migration protests and criticisms over the cost of its Ukraine support. The People's Republic of China said it would defend its companies after U.S. Senate proposed tariffs of up to 100% on imports from major buyers of Russian oil and gas. Foreign Ministry spokesperson said Beijing firmly opposes unilateral sanctions and warned that coercion will eventually prove to be self-defeating. The bill introduced on Tuesday would give President Donald Trump authority to target countries including China and India. It comes as Washington and Beijing try to stabilize trade ties after months of tariff tensions and earlier restrictions on rare earth exports. Program Director of the Valdai Club, Timofey Bordachev, has urged BRICS bloc to avoid turning itself into a Western-style organization and instead focus on practical cooperation. In an opinion piece, he stressed that the group's strength will come from delivering development without domination, not from copying the institutions of the West. The piece says BRICS should prioritize sustainable development, including infrastructure, industrialization, food and energy security, and easier access to technology and finance. It also suggests a joint initiative in West Africa could show the bloc's value in concrete terms rather than rhetoric about a new world order. A joint BRICS initiative in West Africa could provide a useful starting point as few regions have been exploited more extensively by Western powers and few have received less in return. And of course, according to Bordachev, BRICS can move towards global governance by creating forms of cooperation that reflects the interests of the global majority and not by copying the institutions of Western dominance. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has called on African states to resolve internal problems without outside meddling. He was speaking Thursday in Moscow during a high-level meeting with his Guinea-Bissau's counterpart, Fatoumata Diallo. We share the view that regional crises or the changes taking place in the countries of the region should primarily be managed by the African countries themselves without any outside attempts to impose solutions on them. In this context, Russia has reaffirmed its support for all efforts to normalize relations between the economic community of West African states on the one hand and Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso on the other hand, Lavrov emphasized. The two foreign ministers discussed the upcoming Russia-Africa summit slated for October 28-29 in Moscow. According to Lavrov, the Moscow summit will cover issues including digital technology, artificial intelligence, and settlement in alternative currencies. Guinea-Bissau, through the Foreign Minister Fatoumata Diallo on Thursday, revealed plans to foster ties with the Russian Federation.
Guinea-Bissau and the Russian Federation enjoy a relationship that has stood the test of time, as you've mentioned, Mr. Minister, one that is founded on solidarity, on mutual respect, and on trust. Guinea-Bissau has never forgotten the support extended to the people of Guinea-Bissau during our struggle for national liberation. That solidarity occupies a special place in our national memory, and it continues to shape the friendship between our two nations. In recent years, that friendship has been solidified further and gained momentum with different visits from the then President Umaru Sissoco Embalo between 2022 and 2025. And that testifies to the importance that the two leaders attach to this relationship and to our shared determination in taking it further. Dear Minister, history has given us a strong foundation. It is our responsibility today to build upon it, to transform the political goodwill into political cooperation, into practical cooperation, and to ensure that the strength of our dialogue is, actually reflects in tangible results for our people. That's the purpose of today. It's a great pleasure to be here. Guinea-Bissau is implementing an ambitious agenda when it comes to institutional reform, economic transformation, and sustainable development. Our foreign policy is designed to support these national priorities. We seek diplomacy that actually strengthens political realization, such as for it to serve as a catalyst for investment, for innovation, for knowledge sharing, and economic opportunity. It is in this spirit that we are here today to deepen and to diversify our partnership with the Russian Federation. We see significant opportunities for that to take place in agriculture, in food security, in fisheries and blue economy, as well as higher education. These are not only simple cooperation areas, they are areas that can actually bring very concrete and measurable results. We also believe that our economic relationship should involve the excellent quality of our political dialogue.
The Republic of Chad has announced that it will abolish entry visas for citizens of all African countries from January 1st, 2027. President Mahamat Idris Deby Itno made the announcement on Wednesday. He said the move reflects Chad's commitment to African integration and the free movement of people and goods. In quote, Chad is opening its borders, Deby told the African Water Forum in Jamina, while also warning that the continent's water crisis is deepening. He said over 40 million Africans still lack safe drinking water, adding that Africa does not lack water, but the means to manage it effectively. Chad, it should be noted, has aligned with other nations like Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana, Benin, and the Gambia, among others, to ease visa rules for African travelers to boost regional integration, trade, and tourism. Algeria has donated more than 9 tons of educational equipment worth over $600,000 to Zanzibar in a move officials say reflects the long-standing solidarity between the two countries. The delivery handed over at Ahmed Ben Bella Secondary School included books, laboratory materials, and classroom supplies. Algerian ambassador to Tanzania, Khalid Zeman, said the contribution shows the country's commitment to education and youth empowerment while also honoring the historic ties forged during the Africa's liberation era. The donation comes as Tanzania and Algeria continue to cooperate in education, trade, agriculture, security, and other sectors.